Whoa, where's that at?
Somewhere on the internet.
We will not wear your underwear, but we will.
Yeah, do you know what you're talking
Nope.
about?
And that's why I said it.
Okay.
We'll probably wear your underwear.
Is the title not the Houly and Brian Show? Do we have a Twitter account? Waffle House. Oh, I like Waffle House.
Yeah.
Are we recording?
Yeah, we're not recording, but how do we want to start this, Houly? How do you want to start?
I think we already started.
Did we?
If you wanted to.
I think we did, guys. I think we did. That's the Houly and Brian Show fashion, you know? That's us. That's us for sure. Right?
That's right.
I think we already started, he says.
I came with nothing prepared. You got
me neither.
Keys.
Me neither.
What are those
Let's start off with one. So, welcome back, guys.
Welcome. Hello.
Welcome back, the one, probably 0 followers that we're gonna have now.
You're all gone, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we lost everybody. We got rid of the Instagram, which maybe we might have to bring that back for this.
But do people even use Instagram anymore? Like, it's all about TikTok, right? Like,
we're never doing TikTok, Houly.
I can't.
We're never doing TikTok. I can't. No.
So we're just gonna have to be doing a show for ourselves then.
We are, and I'm totally okay with that. You know.
All right. I'm
totally okay with that because it's just a chance for me to sit down and talk to my boy, and that's what I love.
On the YouTube, I'm gonna go on my personal YouTube channel and be like, "Love these guys." Like,
I'm gonna do the
like
same
thing,
just like I do for some businesses. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Hopcraft. All right.
Hey.
For those of you who don't know, since we've been on the break, since all that's happened, over Christmas, my sister wanted to start brewing. You know, she wanted to start getting into it, and so did I. So for Christmas, I went down. I visited Houly and the boys, or boy, Brandon, Hopcraft, and they hooked me up, man. They set me up with a good brew kit for myself and a good brew kit for my sister. And I mean, now we're all set to go. I have brewed, let's see, since I got the brew kit, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to be doing my 5th one this week, coming up week.
That was my impression of the count, by the way.
This is
I hope that explodes in your face. I really do.
Ooh, that didn't give off a whole lot of on that one, but let's check it, you know? This is a New England. This is a New England hazy wheat. Right. It's looking pretty good. I actually should probably pull them.
Maybe try it.
I mean, that's a decent amount of head on that one, Houly.
Yeah.
Ooh. Fragile. Yeah, look at that, Houly. Look at the head on that, and this lovely Dominic Hasek and Darren McCarty glass that we got going on here. You know.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, if you guys don't know, these Arby's glasses, if anyone has these still, these Arby's glasses hold up better than any pint glass that I've ever had. It looks like I just bought it yesterday. It really does. Like, nothing's faded, nothing's chipped on any of the guys. It's just there. Let's give it a taste.
Give it a taste. I have some Star Wars Burger King ones that are pretty cool.
Ooh. It's very weedy.
Yeah. Well,
it's really good, though. Yeah. It's really good. Man, those are probably done. I should probably tell my buddy. What do you think? That's still holding pretty well.
Yeah. I mean, is it fizzy on your tongue?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Put them in the fridge.
Maybe it's not super fizzy on the tongue.
Wait another day.
I'll wait a couple more. I'll see Wednesday. I'll crack one open. We'll see where we're at. But, man, I'm telling you, I've bought all in. I call Houly every day to talk to him about different beer stuff. He gives me a brewing word of the day.
Yep.
Every day, and it's cool because I get to go back and I get to explain it to the friends I'm brewing with, and it's a good time. I brewed this one with my buddy Seth, and then this past Wednesday here we brewed a New England IPA, just a regular New England IPA. So excited to see how that one turns out because I think that was the most dialed in I had it. I did get a little bit of this one we're calling pandemonium because there was so much stuff that went wrong on the. Yeah. There was just a bunch of stuff where like, the boil took us a while to get there and all that. But But yeah, we're calling that pandemonium, and then our New England we're calling the or the New England newspaper IPA.
Oh,
And
nice.
while we're doing that, well, we're still kind of workshopping that. Maybe the Pennsylvania Gazette, because that was Ben Franklin's first paper that he
Okay.
did. But the reason we're calling it that is because when we went to go put our liquid malt extract in, I heated up I had the cans sitting in hot water, and a little bit of that paper got into the boil when we threw it in there. Luckily I got the bulk of it out, like the big piece, but as soon as
Yeah.
we started pouring, the heat hit the bottom of it and just dripped it down.
Yeah, but like paper comes from trees, so it's basically a vegetable. Papers are basically vegetables.
Exactly. It's a vegetable.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. So that's how it went. But yeah, so our first sponsor is Hopcraft. Thank you,
Yes.
Hopcraft. You guys are
No
amazing.
problem. I'm not giving anybody money.
That's fair.
I'll
Well,
take the
technically,
free sponsorship.
I mean, technically, it's your sponsorship. You're sponsoring yourself, you know?
That's true.
That's paying for your microphones and your stuff, so so there we go, you know?
I guess.
Yeah. But you guys, there's been a lot that's happened since the last time we've been on. There's been quarantine, there's been all kinds of stuff. We're not really going to touch on that stuff today because we don't have to, but
Everyone knows the gist right now.
yeah, you get it.
We're
But
gonna talk about fun stuff.
yeah. Like last summer, I climbed 2.5 14ers, which was cool. Those are 14ers are mountains they're mountains that are at the 14,000 foot level of elevation, and I climbed two of them, and then I was probably about 2/3 up the last one, and I just had this super blissful moment where my buddy wanted to do it with me, but his wife was camping with us, and he wanted to spend time with her, and she was pregnant at the time, and oh, pardon, sorry guys,
That wheat hitting you a little hard.
it is hit me in the back of the throat there, the throat. But no, and he wanted to spend time with his wife, but he really wanted to do it with me, and I just had this super blissful moment where I was sitting there eating breakfast up at about 12,500 feet and just kind of chilling and watching the sun come up. And I really wanted to experience that with my buddy Troy. Him and I did one a couple weeks before that, and want to go back because it's the tallest peak in Colorado. It's the second tallest in the lower 48. So, but I'm into it. I'm super into that. I'm super into brewing beer. Yeah, things are going good. What about you, Houly? Let's give us some updates. You know, it doesn't have to be crazy big. You can just let's talk about your burgers. You had some of those burgers today. How was that?
Yeah, so I've been trying to cook a lot more, and so I made a cheeseburger today, and it was really good. Brian called me in the middle of it, and I couldn't answer. I told Brian
In the middle of eating it, not making it.
not making it in the middle of eating it.
You can't disturb Houly during that time. You just can't do it. You don't poke the bear.
But no, I've been doing a lot of cooking and stuff lately, and I haven't really been doing anything exciting, just working and watching movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I believe you said you had a movie you wanted to talk about called Everest. Speaking
Yeah,
of
I got a
cooking and
couple.
climbing.
Yeah, because I know you
Okay.
didn't watch the one I told you to watch. Gone Baby Gone.
No, I have not.
No, you definitely didn't
It's
watch
on my
that one.
to-do list. It's on my to-do
It was
list.
supposed to be done before today, Houly, but
It-
yeah,
it-
okay.
Yeah, but sometimes
Life gets busy.
I was about to say, well, I got busy after literally just being like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just watching movies.
That's us though. That's what we do. So, but yeah. I mean, the one that I was watching today, I've seen it a bunch of times before. I've seen it, but probably about like 2 or 3 times before. But it's Everest. So going back to that whole mountain stuff thing. One of my big goals in life in the next handful of years is going to be, by the time I'm 40, I want to get to Everest Base Camp. You can go there, and I guess it's a lot easier than most people think. You don't have to be like a crazy mountaineer to go to it. One of my old bosses, he went there, and yeah, it's just a big goal of mine is to get there. I think
Where's Everest?
it's in Tibet,
Tibet. Okay.
in Nepal.
Nepal.
Yep. So so yeah, it's sorry, Nepal. But which I think Tibet is in Nepal. I don't know. Ooh, that's
Let's
bad.
find out.
You gonna find out? I think yeah. I know it's 100% Nepal. I just don't know if Tibet is
The
in
China
Nepal.
Nepal border.
Yep. Yeah,
How many dead bodies are on Mount Everest?
about
Um,
283.
at
I was
least
looking.
200.
Yep. So
Do
I was
any animals live on Mount Everest?
well,
Jumping spiders,
fuck.
the highest living animal in the world, have been found living up to 22,000 feet up Mount Everest.
Holy shit. And
They
base camp's at 17, I think.
they feed on insects blown up from the lower, so I guess shit that gets blown up there. That's pretty cool though.
Oh, no, it's not because I fucking hate spiders. And I definitely don't want to go up against some mutant spiders that are living at 22,000
Why would it
feet.
make him a mutant?
Because they can live that high. Spiders aren't supposed to live that high. You're supposed to go out there and there's supposed to be no bugs, nothing like that. Like, they just can't live up there. But so the movie Everest is about John Krakauer's book, which is called Into Thin Air. It is about May 11th, 1996,
Okay.
when these big group of climbers went up and just everything that could go wrong went wrong. So they lost, man, I think it's like somewhere between 8 and 12 climbers that day. Um, it was for a lot of different reasons. Exposure. There's this thing called HACE, which is I don't remember what the full meaning is, but basically it's bleeding of the brain. Um, it's here. Let me pull it up. I actually have it right here, so I can pull it up and let you know. So HACE. Um, yeah, Scott Fisher died of this, and he was the he's played by Jake Gyllenhaal in the movie, and he's like one of the guys on the Mountain Madness team, is what it's called, this U.S. Excursion group. And HACE stands for High Altitude Cerebral Edema. So it's bleeding of the brain, and you just lose all motor function and all that. It just makes it really tough. I mean, there's this area that's up by the Hillary Step and all that, and it's called the Dead Zone. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're talking about the top of Everest is 33,000 feet. Let me see. Top of Everest, sorry, is 29,000 feet. So those spiders are getting in within 7,000 feet of that, which is scary. um, and you get to the spot in the dead zone where, I mean, 747s are flying at that level. Like airplanes, that's what they fly at. And if you've ever seen like the frost on the outside of your window when you're in a plane, that's because it's
Yeah.
fucking cold as shit up there. So it's called the dead zone because everything's dying. Your lungs are dying from breathing in that super thin air, Into Thin Air, the book. Your skin cells are like everything is dying. You get frostbite, all kinds of crazy things. So it's just a really really scary place to be out there. I've realized, Houly, in the last couple of years that I've kind of lost my sense of adventure for that stuff, mainly because I just don't want to die. So
It's a hell of a
like
way to go.
it is a hell of a way to go, but at the same time, it's a gnarly way to go too, and it's a
Yeah.
slow way to go. And I think you and I have talked about this before on here. Like, if you would rather freeze to death or burn to death, which one would you do? I'd rather freeze to death because you just kind of slowly get like hypothermia and then just kind of
Yeah.
fall asleep. Whereas burning to death is fucking terrifying. So
But wouldn't it just like I mean, I probably would too, just because I don't like to be hot. Um,
but yeah, no. So Everest is Everest is, it's just a crazy place, but it's a bucket list of mine to go there to the base camp, and it's not that expensive. I think you can do it for, all in after flights and everything like that, like $10,000 to $12,000. I think it's probably even less than that, but might even be around the 5-7 range. But I tried looking it up, and they say like the ATM fees, and this is all in Australian dollars that I caught it in, but the ATM fees when you get to not Hackensack, that's Canada.
Hackensack?
Yeah, that's Canada. But once you get to Jakarta, no. Once you get to this certain area, anyways, the ATM fees are like $125 Australian. So, Huli, what does that convert to? Let's find that out, right? While you do
Okay.
that.
Um,
You have to pay for Wi-Fi, or you can get a SIM card. So there's all these things that you can do to get there. But yeah. Um, so 125 Australian dollars um, to American dollars. What is that, Huli?
96.95.
All right, so it's $100 just to pull out $20. you know, so
Wait,
what
why
is the?
it, why is it Australian dollars?
Well, that's just the blog that I was reading when they were telling like the costs of everything.
Okay. Because he was Australian, so he
Yeah. So he was writing it in Australian, currency.
So he was using Australian currency.
Yep.
So if it
So
was an American, he'd have been like, it was $100.
yeah, but he was just using Australian because that's where he's from. So yeah, and then you have to pay for Wi-Fi to do like Wi-Fi calling there and everything. But I guess if you get a SIM card, you can do it that way. But my uncle and cousins want to do it, and I would love to do it with them. My grandfather, I have a map that my grandfather has with all these like pins, and it's going to be in my house at some point. I'm going to get it this year. But it's a map where with all the places he's been. So he has like red pins for all the places he's been, and his next place that he goes to is always a blue pin or a green pin. I can't remember which one it is, and that's on base camp at Everest. So he never got to go. So I'm planning on going with a bottle of scotch, and I'm gonna have a bottle of Cuddy at Everest Base Camp. And I think that'd be really cool if my uncle and cousins and I could do it. I think it'd be a lot of fun. So that's one of my goals for the next 7 years now that I'm 33. But yeah. You got any cool goals like that, Huli? Like, what's your next place you want to go?
Japan.
Ooh, and that's also a bucket list that Huli and I are going to check off. We thought we were going to check it off a couple years ago with Scooter, my buddy Scott. But then life happened. People were getting married, all that stuff. But Japan to ride some Japao is one of the goals. And
Oop.
I actually... What?
You look like there was just like someone broke into your house.
Oh, no. I was looking because I have this thing. So one of my... one of our friends, actually, Angie, has a family friend that actually does the snowboarding tours over there. Like he just lives over there and he does these snowboarding tours. And he sent me like he's also like a really good artist. So he sent me this picture, and I'll take a picture of it and I'll post it right here. You guys will see it with the little note too. And it's like, oh Brian, I can't wait for you to come out here, man. Just hit me up. Gave me his phone number and all that. So when we go do that, we'll definitely, like, it's not that much extra, he was saying, to pay him. So he can take us to all the good spots, all the good runs, all the hidden secrets. I want to go to the baths, the hot spring baths where the little monkeys are. And they'll come and we'll sit in there, and the little monkeys will come hang out with us because we want to make monkey friends. That's what we want to do.
That's what life's really about, is making little monkey friends.
Right? And I want good ramen and good sushi. Oh,
We're going to go to a 7-Eleven.
Oh, I heard the 7-Elevens there are dope. You guys know how many different flavors of Kit Kats we're going to get? Oh, we're going to get so many flavors of Kit Kats. We're going to get the green tea Kit Kats and all kinds of fun stuff.
So speaking about bathing with monkeys...
Speaking of,
you and I both have tattoos that if we go
bathing
with
that's right
monkeys,
in line with it.
What?
That's right in line with it, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. They don't like tattoos in Japan.
I'm sure we won't be the first people with tattoos to bathe in Japan.
See, I don't know if it's different because we will clearly be tourists and we will stick out like a sore thumb. But they don't get.
What are you talking about? You don't think we're just gonna blend in with the locals? I think we'll do just fine.
Because I don't know how it is with tourists and tattoos though, because the Yakuza, they all have tattoos. So if you have a tattoo, you're probably in a gang. So they're like, ooh, that's weird. You got a tattoo.
Oh yeah, you in the Mickey Mouse gang? Is that what you're in? Huh? I got a tattoo of Mickey Mouse. We've talked about it before on here. It's going like this. It's a great tattoo.
It's not- yeah.
My best friend paid for it.
It was the best $90 I've ever spent.
It was only 50. You only paid for 50.
I,
Where were we at?
so we were talking about
Tattoos. Oh no, yeah. Okay, yeah. No, Houly. No, stop. You paid $50 for it because here's what happened. The guy goes.
I remember I had
the guy
to break,
wanted 90.
I thought he wanted like 150.
No, he
And
wanted
I talked him down to
90.
90, and then I went down the street to break a $100 bill.
No, Houly. I have from Mickey's nipples.
Yeah.
Which he doesn't have any, but from Mickey's nipples up to there, because he was going to do the full thing with the shoes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a good question. Should I go back and get the shoes finished at some point?
No.
All right.
It has character without the shoes.
It does
You'll
have
ruin
character
it.
without the
You'll
shoes. That's
ruin
fair.
You'll ruin it.
Because he said it was going to be $90, and Houly was like, oh, I don't have that much. Let me go to the ATM around the corner, because he had to break 100.
I didn't want him to see the $100 bill.
I know.
That
I
was
totally
lying.
get it. I totally get it. So that's what it was. That's what happened. So yeah, you went to go break 100, and
Okay,
yeah,
that all makes sense.
yeah, we got it there. But no. So here's a good question,
Okay.
because I know where my head is at on this. All right. So pre-pandemic, we weren't wearing face masks. We probably would have went to Japan. There would have been people wearing face masks, and we would have been like, you guys are crazy. Would you wear a face mask now going there? Not all the time, but let's say like when we're in Tokyo or something.
Like right now?
Yeah. No, not right now, because we're not going to go right now. We're going to go.
You're talking post-pandemic.
We're going post-pandemic, hopefully. You know,
Okay.
as long as the pandemic doesn't last for like 50 years.
Yeah, we'll see. No, probably. I mean, I guess I'd have to see if it's unacceptable to not wear them.
Sure.
Then I would, to be respectful. But like,
I think I might do it just because.
if I were going there and I had like a little tickle in my throat, 100% I would.
Right.
So I guess it really depends on the situation.
I think I totally would. I think I'd be one of those guys that, if other people like we're gonna take the train, you have to take the train when you go there, the bullet train or whatever it is.
Courteous to the others.
Yeah, kind of. Just to show like a little bit of respect, and because like before we definitely wouldn't have. We would have been like, yeah, that's what you guys do here. But now, seeing as we've already kind of adapted to that here in America, I don't think I would have a problem doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't either. So I guess it would all kind of depend.
Yeah.
I do. I've already decided that post-pandemic, there's a lot of situations that I will be wearing masks still. Like like Brian was saying that I work at a brew shop, and we grind a lot of grain. And pre-pandemic, sometimes I'd wake up in the morning with a pretty nasty cough. And then I started wearing a face mask at work because I'm trying to do the responsible thing. And I don't have that cough in the morning anymore. So because I'm not inhaling the grain dust anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm like, ooh, this is actually kind of nice. I'm gonna keep doing this when this post pandemic, because it's actually helping with just regular life.
Yeah,
So-
because like when I used to do construction, we used to wear masks when we would do like drywall cutting,
concrete and stuff, I assume.
not really concrete because it's wet. So it like, if you're doing dry concrete,
Well, yeah,
like
that's
if I'm
what
like
I'm talking
mixing
about,
in a
yeah.
bucket, like if I'm just like if we're doing a small pour and I'm just mixing in a bucket, yeah, we used to wear masks for that. Insulation was another one where we would wear masks all the time. But yeah, I mean, I could see how that would have major. Obviously, you've already seen it. The major advantages of rocking those things. So it's just cool. You kind of found the use cases for it. Yeah, why not? Whenever you're doing that, regardless,
But yeah, it is interesting that you talk about how like going to Japan wearing a face mask, because Asian cultures they've been doing that for a long time, where it's just like they got just a little tickle in their throat and they put one on. And I'll be curious, and if we were to have gone to Japan pre-pandemic, it probably if we would have saw a face mask, it would have just been like, yeah, that's what they do here, and we just kept going on with our business. But if you were like walking down the street of New York and saw that, you'd be like, what is wrong with that guy? Like,
Yeah.
he
Yeah, you'd
must
be like,
be
man.
half dead. Like, I am not going near him. There is something
half
But
dead, or man, he is paranoid as shit. You
yeah,
know?
but now I if you walk down the streets of New York post pandemic when it's busy again,
Yeah.
I bet you'll see a lot of people, wearing them.
Which is also crazy too. Like, do you know what one of the most like toxic things about living in a city is?
People.
Well, yeah, but like it brake dust. So like you, so like
See that.
yeah, dude, it's one of the big things, and I heard that like probably a couple years ago when I moved to Denver, and I used to, well, I still kind of live next to the highway and next to some busy streets and all that, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I used to live literally, my window was right there. I used to have those windows open all the time, and I would just get this crazy looking dust that was on all over my stuff, just from downtown living, from cars and all that, like brake dust that would just get into the house and put like a film on the layer of stuff. So it's crazy. I mean, you look at movies like Interstellar or anything like that, where they have they wear masks because of the dust bowls and stuff, and yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do plan on continuing to wear mine in certain situations, just because I've noticed awesome health benefits to myself in
Right.
situations that I would not think to. Well, I did think to wear them while grinding grains. It was always one of those like, I should probably wear these while I grind a grain, but
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And now that I'm actually like doing it, I'm like, ooh, I should have been doing this from the start.
Well, because it was like a level of uncomfortability too. It was just something that was out of the norm. But now that you're so
They're not
used
really
to
that
it,
uncomfortable.
they're
really.
not. But
No.
but when you never do it, I mean,
Exactly. When
Yeah.
you've never done it, it's
yeah. Think about it. I mean, you break your arm, you put a cast on, and it sucks for a little bit. But then after a while, you're like, this isn't that terrible. Like, I've learned how to live with it. I've learned how to manage it and stuff. And then but if you
never had to wear a cast. Knock
Oop.
on wood.
I have a couple times. I broke the same arm twice. Boom. Fuck you, left hand.
They say that it gets stronger, so your arm is basically a metal baseball bat at this point.
No, that's this. That's this hand right here, which
It literally has metal in it.
has titanium in it, which is crazy because it's like widened now. It's widened just a little bit, just enough that it's perfect for like cleaning pint glasses, because I can like put water in it with soap
Yeah.
and put my hand over it and just shake it, and then
There you
it
go.
doesn't like fly all over the place. So
I bet you're real good at opening mayonnaise jars.
no.
No, it's not good for
probably
that. It's not good for that.
It's all right, but like it's still a pretty weak hand. Like if I hit this thing like right here on the corner of a desk, oh, the tingle that shoots up my arm, like the sharp pain that shoots up my arm.
Is it like your
just,
funny bone, but just like
Yeah, it is. It's just like your funny bone. Like the same exact thing as your funny bone, where you're just like, fuck, and you're out of it for, 5 minutes or so, where you're just like, ah. So, and then I scraped this little fucker. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm giving
what?
you the bird. That was on a bucket, dude.
wait, brewing bucket?
Yep. Yeah.
Did you?
It wasn't
is
even
that
a-
stitches that's on there?
No, it's not. It's
It's
just
just-
it's just a cut.
Okay, now that it focused a little bit.
Yeah, it's just a cut, but I just scraped it really good while I was in the middle of it, so I just threw a little piece of gauze over it and some duct tape and carried on with my brewing. But it was just a weird scrape. You know how like you scrape your hands or your knees or something like that on stuff where you're like, how did that scrape me? That super smooth part. It was just one of the edges of the bucket where I just had it weird and it just messed it up. But
You
Yeah.
ever super glue yourself back together?
what's that?
You ever super glue yourself back together?
Oh, 100%. Yep. That's what I was
You
going
were
to do
just
with
like-
this.
Where
Yeah.
you were just like, I'm just gonna go to the toolbox and grab some super glue, because if I go to the hospital, I'm gonna have to pay $300 for someone
Yep.
to do the exact same thing.
And just a heads up, kids, super glue does the same thing. Like, and that's what they use. They just use a medical grade super glue.
Ideally you want a medical grade one.
Yeah, but if
So
you
that's
have
just
some
like,
regular
you
super
don't know
glue,
that.
just make sure you clean it out, that the cut's all clean, and then you
Yeah.
can throw some super glue in there, and then just put a little butterfly band-aid on it, and it'll be just fine.
Yeah. Just disclaimer, we're not doctors. I went to school long enough to
But
be
we
one,
know
though,
some.
so like I could be.
I bartended long enough to be a doctor.
There you go.
See?
There you go.
Or a psychologist, at least.
Dude, absolutely. It's like, which is a doctor, Brian.
It is. Not a dentist.
Oh, my dentist is gonna hate me when I go see him.
So is mine.
Well, actually, he's probably gonna love me because he's gonna make a lot of money off of me.
So is mine. But yeah, no, I haven't been to an actual. This is gross to talk about, but it's been a minute since I've been to an actual dentist.
Yeah, me too. I one of our customers is a dentist, and I've worked out a deal with them, and I just haven't gone because of the pandemic. Because it's one of those things. Well, first I'm like, hey man, like I brush and stuff every day, but like it's gonna be bad. And he's like, I'll fix you up, and I was like, it's gonna be bad, man. I just want to let you know. And he's like, it's cool. Like we'll fix you up.
When I was a bartender, my friend was at the Santa Rosa Junior College, and she was going as a dental hygienist, and I think it was like $100.
Yeah, it's cheaper that way.
And I went in. I think I had
they need mouths to practice on.
Yeah, and I think I had 4 different sessions with them, and at the time I had like receding gums on down here, and they got them back to normal, and they cleaned it more efficient than any like dentist I've ever been to, because those people, they do it all day and they're just like scrape, yep, here you go, this will get it, take care of your teeth, floss, all that stuff. But so that's super cool, man. You should check that out. Maybe Delta has some of those too.
Well, no, I already got a deal with the guy.
Oh, so okay. Well, then never mind. Then you're all good. Is it Dr. Katie?
No.
Oh, all right. That was my old dentist in Saginaw, so that's why I just checked.
He's in Bay City.
Yeah, you also have you got another guy too, Patrick Ruth.
Yeah.
He's a dentist there in Saginaw.
Is he a dentist?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a dentist, and his wife is
the reason why I haven't used this dentist name is because I don't know if he wants me saying his.
Fair, totally fair. Yeah.
Although, why wouldn't he? Because it'd be free publicity, but I don't know. Regardless.
Yeah, but so
super
kids,
nice guy.
Brush your teeth, floss, and go see your dentist regularly.
I have this. Man, I'm. So what I'm most scared about is because I was a shitty kid. I mean, I wasn't like a shitty person. I was just. Like, I'm not brushing my teeth.
You guys, he was the worst. You should have seen it. That was terrible.
Like, I drank pop and didn't brush my teeth and stuff like I should have, and it's all catching up to me. But because I wasn't wearing my retainer, because I would forget, they put in a permanent retainer on the bottom of my teeth, and I'm terrified because I haven't been going to the dentist as much as I should have.
Oh.
That is like I even talked to him. I was like, you might want to just take that out and we'll just start over.
It's like leaving your contacts in for like a year. Yeah. Like some people do.
I mean, it's supposed to be there. It's supposed to be there forever. But ideally, you should have a professional clean it. Yeah. Because they can get into it better than you can with a.
Yeah.
Hey, just want to let all you ladies out there know, me and Brian are single. Don't be scared to kiss our dirty mouths.
Our breath smells great.
Is this why we don't have dates? Because our mouths are terrible?
No, that doesn't say that anywhere in my Tinder bio or anything.
I brush twice a day. Just want everyone to know that. I just don't go to the dentist very often.
I do too. I have a Sonic electric toothbrush.
I do too. I also have one.
A thing that you should get if you don't have one is a water pick.
So the dentist told me, because I asked him, I was like, what do you think of water picks? Because I really hate flossing. And he said, water picks are great for your gums, but there's absolutely no replacing traditional flossing.
Right. It can't get in there, yeah. But yeah. I use it, though.
He said, like, using, like, a toothbrush, flossing, and, like, a water pick, he was like, it's awesome for your mouth.
Yeah, I do all 3. So I have the water pick, and, dude, it's so crazy. Like, after you get done using the Sonic floss, I have those little
you
floss
after you brush?
No, I'll do it before.
That's usually when I do it too.
Yeah, so I'll do it before, so it like loosens up everything, so that basically my toothbrush can go back and like clean it up. Yeah. And then after that, like, if I go camping for, I don't know, if for some reason like I haven't been drinking off water or something like that, it's really dry here in Denver. If I like went camping,
second, I thought you said I was jerking off water. I was like, how do you do that?
Yeah, you just.
That's impressive. Anyways,
be more like water, Bruce Lee. But and then I do the water pick, and it like oh, dude, you feel like you went to the dentist after doing all three of those things. It's great.
Yeah.
Still doesn't
Do you
replace
hit
the
it?
dentist.
Do you hit it with a mouthwash?
Oh yeah, and then
Yeah.
yeah. So I do the mouthwash at the end. Some people do it in the beginning. Some people do it.
Oh, I do it at the end. Very like the
That's
very
I do it
last
at the
thing.
end too. But some people say to do
Well,
it like in
Well, because
between.
if you do it at the beginning, then you're just gonna brush it all off.
Yeah,
It tells you not to eat or drink like a half hour after using it, right?
maybe I don't know. Is that
Uh,
what Listerine says on the
I'm
bottom?
pretty sure that's what I use. The
All right,
Listerine, the
well.
purple one.
Yeah. So once again, Houly and I are not doctors, not dentists, we're not any of those things. So don't listen to anything we say. All right. Take it with a grain of sugar, because
So
that's bad for your
I,
teeth.
because it's wintertime and I have runny nose in the winter. I keep dipping below to wipe my nose so it doesn't look like I'm doing it. Again, we're single ladies, so if you wanna hit us up.
Houly, whatever you got to do for your coke problem, man, to like
And I
to
and
hide
I'm
out.
curious if that's because I'm clearly doing it to hide from the camera so it doesn't look disgusting. And then I have a little bottle of hand sanitizer I've been doing underneath. So if you're
Yep.
wondering why is he ducking and then
Yeah.
doing weird shit under
That's
the
a weird
camera,
replacement for Listerine, man. I
that's
mean,
what I'm
you
doing.
can't just use hand sanitizer as mouthwash, okay?
You can. I'm a doctor. I went to school long enough. Do it, kids. Don't do it.
Don't-
Please. Holy
don't
shit,
do it,
dude.
Jesus.
Don't do it. Don't do that.
How did you guys get sued for the first time? Well, someone thought it'd be a good idea to take some hand sanitizer and swish it around their mouth.
Oh my God, you guys
Oh.
got canceled? What racist thing did you say? I told people to drink hand sanitizer.
One time, my buddy, I'm not going to say his last name on here because I don't want to embarrass him, but one time, my buddy in high school, Austin, who you can pick that up, Houly.
Okay.
You know who that is, but
Uh-huh.
he drank one of those little bottles of Purell, like the
Why
little
would you do
tiny
that?
bottles. We were in Spanish class. We did dumb stuff. Him and I also ate a block
makes
of, yeah, we also ate a block of Velveeta cheese one day in
Yeah,
class.
and I'm sure you didn't shit for a week.
It was really bad. We felt terrible, but it was our goal. I don't know why someone had a block of Velveeta cheese in class, but we did.
Like, out of all the cheeses to eat a block of,
Yeah.
Velveeta cheese would be the most disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't have had like a good like sharp cheddar
Yeah.
or like a Gouda or
No.
like a wheel of brie with some crackers.
Oh, Wheel of Brie, I'd be down.
Yeah, but you had a block of Velveeta cheese.
We were in Michigan. We were in high school. We didn't know.
Yeah,
You don't know any other cheese when you're in high school besides for like Munster because your mom brought it home from the grocery store, or
I do
or
like shells
Velveeta.
and cheese. Velveeta shells and cheese are
Velveeta
solid.
shells and cheese is the way to go. Either that or the Rugrat style macaroni. I don't even know if they make that anymore, but man,
Well,
that
just the
Rugrat
shapes in general.
shapes in general, yes. But the Rugrats are far superior to any other. Okay, Houly, here's a good thing. Let's do this. Let's do a little fun experiment, all right? If you could bring anything back from the 90s that is gone,
Okay.
what would it be?
I don't drink pop anymore, so it's not gonna be a pop.
Yep.
So, but there was a lot of good pop back then. Look at that,
Yeah.
Rugrats Velveeta cheese. You can get it on Amazon.
Oh, really?
I don't know how old it is, but
I mean, it's got to be
currently-
fine.
It's currently unavailable.
The expiration date's got to be like, I don't know, 1997 or something like that, but it's fine.
It's just shells and fake cheese.
Yeah, it's just dehydrated pasta and dehydrated cheese. Yeah. Or substitution of cheese, whatever it is.
I was a big fan of the Cheetos X's and O's.
Ooh, the X and O's were good. And the pause. But
the
I think
pause-
they've brought the
I think,
pause
I
back.
think they do have the pause back as well.
Yeah. If you haven't had the Doritos 3D yet,
I keep trying to get them. Myers is out of them.
not because they're so everybody wants them.
they
That's
good?
that's
There's two
90% of the
flavors.
people's it. The nacho chili cheese is just like the chili cheese Fritos that you have.
Okay.
There's Houly doing some more Coke again. The Coca-Cola kids, don't get us wrong. Yeah, the nacho cheese, chili cheese is really good, and yeah. Oh, I had Qdoba last night, and that did not hold up. That is just fucking terrible. Yeah,
Like the restaurant?
yeah. I had
You
that
don't like
last
Qdoba?
night. No, it was really bad. Like the chicken,
Really?
it was all
I
like,
like it more than Chipotle.
the chicken had like they used super cheap chicken. It was like there's cartilage all in it, and it was.
Are you sure you just didn't go to a shitty Chipotle?
Sorry, guys.
A shitty Qdoba?
I don't know, maybe, but It wasn't Cap Hill. It could have been shitty.
I don't know what Cap Hill is.
It's a neighborhood in Denver, Colorado.
Is it one of those fancy ones?
No, there's a Qdoba in it, Houly.
Qdoba's a good restaurant.
It's not.
Of course they'd have one. Their
No,
nachos are good.
No, we have Torchy's Tacos out here. Have you ever had Torchy's Tacos? That's what I should have got. It's an Austin, Texas-based taco place, and their tacos are legit.
I've always wanted to try a Chronic Tacos.
Chronic Tacos? I've never had Chronic Tacos, but
Wee Man owns one of them.
I bet he does. He's still around and kicking, huh? Good for him.
Yeah, well, they're making Jackass 4.
Are they really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm all for it.
I actually read a thing. Because I know that they were gonna start shooting it before the pandemic, and then they had to stop because of the pandemic. So I don't know, but I think they started filming again because Bam Margera came out with like a video telling he was like, if you're a fan of me and you like me, you should not support Jackass 4 because they kicked Bam Margera off of Jackass 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I know he had like issues and stuff like that, and since
he's unlike Steve-O, he's had some like he keeps relapsing.
Yeah, he goes the other way where Steve-O is crushing it. He's got a podcast now. Like this guy's ready. Ooh. Let's see if this is a red ale or a porter or a brown ale or a stout. I don't know. It's all one from the same brew, but
we'll find out.
I think this one's gonna be man. I don't know. Whoops. This is darker for sure.
Yeah, that looks pretty dark.
Yeah, it's not all the way dark. It's still pretty light, almost like a brown ale, but I brewed this peanut butter oatmeal stout, and I've had varying consistencies. What am I looking for? Varying
they've been
clarity.
They've been a word that means different. Consistency.
The consistency of the beers have been very very inconsistent. The not clarity, but it's like the opacity, I guess, of the beer.
The color of the beer.
The color of the beer has been off.
Beer, yeah.
All from the same bucket. Some are very dark, some are brown, and some are full stout. This I can still see through a little bit. It's like a brown ale. It almost looks like a Newcastle.
Yeah, that's weird that's been happening to you. I'll have to do some research and find out.
I'm wondering if I didn't mix it hard enough before I put the yeast in, like after I rehydrated it.
Well,
could be.
It would have mixed on its own.
Well, yeah, I guess over time, yeah, but I don't know. Anyways, back to the Jackass stuff. Doesn't that gotta suck? Like, they do these movies and they're like, we just beat the shit out of our bodies for a year and a half. I don't know if we can do this anymore. And then they get done, and then like 3 or 4 years go by, and they're like, you guys, we need money again. Like, because Pontius is like, I need to get some cash in my pockets.
There's some of them that, I don't know their full stories, but a lot of them are doing really good. But
Johnny Knoxville obviously is doing good. He's done a bunch of movies. He did like Action Point, and he's did Bad Grandpa, all that stuff. So he's doing fine.
Steve-O seems to be doing good.
Steve-O's doing good. I'm sure Bam has some stuff. I'm sure he used to, like, before pandemic, he used to go to like malls and sign like skate decks and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy they kicked him out though. But like Danger Aaron, that guy can't be doing good.
I haven't seen him since Jackass 3.
He can't be doing good. Preston, I know I think him and Wee Man have a podcast or something like that, but
they might.
I don't know. But yeah.
Wee Man seems to be doing good. Like, he has like a pretty popular social media presence, and he he owns a restaurant. And
dude, if I was a midget, I'd lean into that shit so hard, especially a famous midget. Like,
yeah.
Oh, dude, I'd do whatever I could.
They like little people, Brian.
Oh, okay. So these midgets would
You remind me of that John Mulaney skit.
He went to rehab.
He did.
Yeah, just recently too. Like within the last 6 months here, less than that. Like I think in 2021 he's went to rehab.
Yeah.
So,
and it's one of those things. A lot of people were surprised by it, but he talks a lot about his drinking problems.
He does, yeah.
He incorporated that into a lot of his comedy.
Yeah, I think actually one of his jokes, he talks about not drinking anymore. I don't know if it's him or not. He's like, I stopped drinking not because I thought I was getting. What does he say? He's like, I did fine drinking alone, but it was drinking with other people that they hated it. So, yeah, sad, but yeah, it's crazy.
It is crazy.
Take a sip of beer.
Well, Brian, how do you feel about we signing off here in a minute?
What? I feel like we're just getting started.
It's been like 50 minutes.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has.
No, it hasn't. Come on, let it go.
I have to go let the dog out, man, and feed her.
All right. Well, you guys, we're gonna be doing more of these because these are fun.
These are very fun.
They're gonna be fun. Houly and I are probably gonna talk a little bit longer after this. I'm gonna let him go let the dog out unless he has some stuff to do, but we'll see. But yeah, we really just scratched the surface on this one. We only talked about a couple things and did that. So you know what? We'll be seeing you guys soon. All right. Hopefully, I'll have another beer that we can talk about and some other stuff. We'll see. But
we will see.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, everybody. And Chip the Ripper's next.
Chip the Ripper is. Oh, I hear him.
Oh, please don't sue us for using your music.
Yeah, we don't use it for long enough, so I think we're fine.
All right, bye.
Bye, guys.